smallholder farmers have limited land for cropping, very low incomes and restricted access to inputs such as improved seeds, fertilizer and pesticides. Without irrigation, farmers rely on seasonal rainfall, which in sub-Saharan Africa is becoming more erratic and less predictable. Along with intermittent drought, areas which are not considered arid or semi-arid now experience high crop failure and food insecurity.
In this area in particular, rain is not very reliable. We were just planting. So long as you have plowed your shamba, you just plant.
This year was a bit tricky. The rainfall was not sufficient. Some crops might suffer moisture deficiency.
This combination of limitations often makes it difficult for farmers to subsist on what they cultivate and nearly impossible to produce enough crops to sell for income.
In a region like this where other cash crops face challenges, the maize is already failing in some places. Cotton is dead, sugarcane is struggling, then sorghum is now emerging as another cash crop that assures farmers of instant payment, even when there's crop failure. So increasingly, a number of farmers are beginning to see that surely this is the crop for this particular region. The commercial need and uses for sorghum have been on the increase. We have brewing companies, a major buyer of sorghum. We have the milling companies. Then we also have animal feed companies. There's also the Japanese company. They are using the sorghum to make spaghetti, the nodules. We're seeing a trend where the commercial use and need for sorghum is really growing every day.
The Finance Innovation for Climate Change Fund, FICCF, promotes the transition to climate-smart agriculture that builds resilience for food security in Kenya. Funded by UK aid, one of the agriculture interventions is to scale up sorghum production. To do this, FICCF takes a value chain approach, intervening in all levels. Activities supported range from providing loans and credit, improved seeds for planting, and technical assistance in each step of cultivation. After harvesting, smallholder farmers are connected to the emerging formalized sorghum market in Kenya.
This is Miguye Farm. We do farming here as a business. We are a group of youths. We attended one of the meetings and they were talking about sorghum. What impressed us most was the issue that there is ready market for the sorghum. We heard that we can also get loans. We decided to venture into sorghum farming.
Rafiki Microfinance Bank is charged with the responsibility of advancing loans initially covered or guaranteed by FICCF. We give two types of loans to the aggregators. The first one is input financing. This is where we advance loans to the aggregator to ensure that the farmers get the inputs, farm inputs. Then we also have the second loan. This is output financing, where we advance money to the aggregator to mop up what has already been harvested. FICCF provided funds to Rafiki, which is used as a guarantee, so that we can be able to have at least an assurance that in case of anything, in lending, there is an aspect of default. FICCF brought in the money. We use the money as a security, and we advance the money to the aggregators.
The lending process provides a mechanism through which climate finance can flow through existing commercial financial institutions to smallholder farmers and aggregators, while at the same time helping to de-risk production. FICCF support has enabled Rafiki to reach out to over 2,500 farmers, and through the financial inclusion mechanism, farmers now have the opportunity to access credit, achieve higher yields, and ultimately secure their livelihoods in agroclimatically fragile regions.
Sorghum farming has had greater impact in the lives of the people here. Other than ensuring that they don't starve because they have food, because the sorghum will survive whether there's little rain, the fact that there is income that they now get from it, it's an assured income. The sorghum farmers can now put their children in school, Climate smart agriculture basically aims at ensuring that people produce in a more sustainable way. At the end of the day, we are looking to a situation where smallholder farmers can have food on their table and money in their pockets.
Insurance is provided to sorghum farmers by APA Insurance, which has a working arrangement with ACRE Africa for actuarial services. ACRE calculates premiums for APA, and these calculations are informed by historical data and forecast data supplied by the Kenya Meteorological Service, as well as international satellite weather data. A hybrid insurance cover was designed and taken up by 160 sorghum farmers for 300 acres of sorghum in the first 2017 cropping season. Weather Index Insurance addresses drought, while multi-peril crop insurance provides cover for excessive rains and pests such as kulea birds and armyworm. Weather-oriented losses are assessed using satellite data, but peril-oriented losses are assessed through on-farm spot checks.
This is an automatic weather station. It was purposely put here in Majengo to cover the weather information in this part of Imbo. The weather information is very important for insurance purposes. The rainfall data that is obtained from the automatic weather station can be analyzed by the insurance company, and given the threshold that they have put for that matter, for example now sorghum, if it is below this particular amount, then the production is low, then they can cushion the farmers from those dangers caused by the weather. The weather.
Koro insurance no puonjore ni nitiere types ariyo. Koro namor ahinya ni ka insurance nyalo chula. Koro kane gitimo assessment nomedo mora kabisa.
Downscape seasonal weather forecast information is delivered to farmers by ACRE Africa in collaboration with the Kenya Meteorological Service. Participation in scenario planning, climate information dissemination, and review sessions have sensitized farmers to begin basing their plans on climate information. Weather updates are also shared by text messages.
We have been receiving SMSs from Meteorological Department, which to us has been very reliable. We have been planning our planting through the information we get from the SMSs. This one read Thursday, Friday and Saturday there will be little rain, and then a day later there will be heavy rain in the afternoon. We as farmers, we feel that these messages or SMS should continue, because at least right now nearly all of us are now relying on these messages.
Technical support services, including field demonstrations, help farmers make informed choices on variety of crops and cropping mix, timing of farm practices based on weather forecasts, recycling residues, and increasing on-farm soil vegetation and tree cover. Sorghum is a solution against vulnerability. Farmers who transition from maize to sorghum are more resilient against climate shocks such as little rainfall, drought, and unpredictable weather patterns. While sorghum's immediate benefits of secured livelihoods, financial inclusion, and overcoming climate challenges can be seen today, the real environmental and social impact will be in the future when all agriculture is climate smart agriculture.
Sorghum is food. Sorghum is wealth. Sorghum is the future. So grow more sorghum to secure your future.